the show.
Yeah.
Alright guys, what's happening? It's your resident Black Spider-Man Linda. We're back, boys! We're back!
How you feel, bro?
We're back! Guys, it's been a while. I miss you guys. How's everyone doing?
I'm good.
I've been completely impartial.
Hey,
Yeah.
What does that mean?
None of us are really friends, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
we're only friends for you guys.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
pretend to be friends for you guys. We don't really text.
He is a white guy.
Yeah.
That's true.
Segregation.
If you'll notice how everyone is sitting, all the black people on one side, all the white people on the other side.
You know I do
This is just how it is.
But what I'm saying, y'all are outnumbered, man.
Wow. Damn. If we got into a fight, I think we'd win.
100.
I think Jordan.
You think you'd win?
So is this going to be a racist podcast? Is that how it's going to lead? Is that how it's going to lead?
Right guys, since we're all woke
Oh yeah.
and ready to go, guys, some new music came out. Some fine music actually. It's been a good year, guys. Let me not lie to you. It's been a good year. We can start off with arguably the album of the year, Cardi B, guys.
Oh, album of the year.
Album
Album of the year.
guys.
Album of the year.
Greatest MC of all time.
By
Guys,
Tupac.
the greatest glow of all time. Going from stripping that club to Grammy nomination. This is the story of a lifetime. She
Your
needs a
voice
movie.
sounds like sweat.
So let me just get my review out the way because I didn't really listen to it. I listened to it once or twice maybe. This is like a Migos album. Can't really hate it. It does the job. It's there for the clubs. There's one or two really hot songs, and then other than that, it's not really a substantial. It's not a really. I'm not listening to Cardi to get some messages out here. It's cool for the whip, but that's pretty much it. And that's where I'll end my review. Anyone else from the jump?
You know the thing is, as long as Cardi B comes on in the club and the girls go wild, the album was fire. That's all
Tokyo
that
stuff.
matters.
It is. It's like a. It just is what it is.
It's
I
not
can't
us.
stand it. But it's just straight club bangers, like
Yeah.
left, right, and
It
center.
does the job.
That album's
It
fire.
does do the job.
It does the
Even
job.
though some people can hate it, it does get it.
Got
I mean, like on Monday when I was at Chance, they played that whatever they played a Cardi B song. I don't know the name of it because I just could not care. But even when I was there, like what?
But again,
Yeah, whatever. And like when they played it, I was like, it's hard not to vibe because it's just how it is. Like the beats and stuff like that, you have to vibe when you hear it. Even though I can't stand her and I think she sounds like sweat, but that's just how it is.
Literally, I basically think the only good thing about Cardi B is a producer.
Yeah, a producer does real well.
Producer's hot.
Does really well.
Producer's hot.
that album is fire, guys.
You know, she has manager spice.
Wait, what?
Pulling away from this. So a manager is taking 20% management fees, standard, and then the production company which Cardi goes through is taking 30. So he has copied, and he owns the production company as well. So he's copying 50% of all the royalties.
Damn.
Put it together.
There's a lot in the long run.
Man's.
That's
I mean,
It's a lot.
she's still gonna make a lot of money though. But that's toxic. That's toxic.
But dude, you can't have that, dude. Your producer's taking that.
You got another business. But
That,
anyway,
that album is fire, I don't even lie to you. It's not for the male demographic. Yeah,
The male demographic.
Whatever that means. I'm trying to sound smart over here.
Educated man.
It's not for like males, but like women go crazy over it.
yeah.
The critics gave it like 80 out of 100. So
How? What?
How?
it's
If
a good album.
80 out of
Dude.
100. Then
I can
like,
guarantee you there's no bars that make you think about life, dude, right?
She's literally uniting the world. You can't hate her.
That album is
no,
fire. I don't know what you guys
I
are
don't understand it.
Bro.
Dude. I don't.
Dude, she's
White
like
girls,
another step.
don't.
Actually looking
like
at
an
Cardi
amigo.
B as their role model. She's destroying
Dude,
racism.
white girls just want to be black.
tracklist though.
Black.
She's
Okay?
bringing women
I
together.
do not think there's a single white girl that fits that is not
Listen.
urgently desperate to be black.
100%. Black is cool. That's why they jab. That's why they rock with them. Because black is cool.
And Cardi's that drug, bro.
Oh my
It's the morning
goodness
of-
gracious me, dude.
That's a really effective drug.
I mean, I won't lie. I think, like I said, it does the job. It's an album for the clubs, and she's gonna do really well with this album. I'm happy for it. Greatest globe of all time. That's what I'm saying.
If you ever listen
Yo,
to
respect to the
Cardi-
globe. That's
Yeah, I have mad respect for it. I'm not a huge fan of her music, but I think just her progression, the way she's worked.
The critic score is 81.
nah. That's unnecessary.
I think it deserves it. I don't even lie to you. Like Rolling Stone, all these.
Okay, then what's Kendrick's? J. Cole's should be 102%.
That's the thing. If you give an album that's literally just a pop banger, like 80, then an album with just the slightest hint of a message and like some deep production quality should be like 100,000.
But surely, if you're intentionally making a pop banger, then your ability to execute that would be your score.
That's I agree.
That's true. That's true.
That's the truth. Because like obviously like if you have that one song that's like made everything like it's just made like set you to like a certain level. Like for instance, she did Bodak Yellow, right? So now that's like set the standards for her to like produce more songs.
And
my question is, does she call herself a rapper or a pop star? Because I like
She's
a rapper.
She's got to be a rapper. You can't call
herself
she must be a rapper.
But she's making pop though.
but I think
pop.
It is pop.
nah, it's hip.
When
I
white
think it's
girls
hip.
like music, it is pop. We
It's
all
hip
know
hop.
this. We all know this.
But-
That's a Nicki Minaj 2.0 though.
No, I think Nicki makes pop music. Nicki Minaj makes pop music.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
makes music.
She doesn't
I mean,
rap.
Cardi B's sound is pretty hard.
Yeah.
It's not like the most palatable thing to listen to. You can't just sit there and be like, oh, the
Yeah,
melodies are so glorious.
Yeah.
If we can still call Drake a rapper, Cardi
No.
is-
Drake has never called himself a rapper. Never.
Are you sure?
He's an artist.
Never.
He's an artist.
He is not.
But I think one of the reasons, apart from like our production is good, and whether you guys like it or not, the rapping is fire on the album. It's fire.
But that's the thing, just
Also-
like, what, 2 people of the millions of fans that love it in a sea of platinum albums and stuff like
So
that.
like, are you saying it's fire as in the way she flows on the beat is fire, or bars are fire?
Her flows. Her flows.
So she has flows.
Because it's
And-
different. Like
The bars
Migos-
aren't hard,
Why
but the
Migos
flow is
are hard?
sick.
Their bars are wow. Okay, let's not talk about that. But their flow
You.
is intense.
Ride a nigga like a BMX, no nigga wanna be my ex.
Bars.
That's a flow.
Bars. But I'm saying the reason why it probably got a high score as well is because everyone thought after Bodak Yellow she was gonna fall off. Then she released an album of very good tracks, and people were like very surprised. And you know you have to say yeah.
That's what Offset's work. Let me tell you.
No, but that's the thing, like, I feel like all respect to her because it's just not my taste though. Like she did well, production's amazing. She probably rapped well on the entire thing, but it's like just to me, I can't stand it. Yeah, like how am I supposed to give an objective point of view when I cannot stand it? So it is what it is.
So final scores, what are you giving it? Jimmy?
Out of what?
Out of 10.
Or 7 out of 10. 8.3.
Why are you looking at
No,
Jobs?
because
Jobs told you that's a 7.
Just told me to give it an 8.
yeah, 8.1.
8.1.
I give that a 4.
Damn.
So just say 81 then.
Out of 100.
Yeah, we're talking about
So that's what you're saying, basically.
He said out of 10.
I can say
No,
out
but
of
I'm
10.
saying he said 8.1, and you told us the rating was 81. Just say you agree with it.
Listen, yeah, we will talk about this off air.
The jumps with his tuning.
I haven't listened to it, so I have no right to score.
Play it,
8.1.
It's fair. Joe.
That's a 3. It's a 3. But that's so like objective. Whatever. She did well.
Yeah.
But she sucks.
Josh, Cam. You listen to Josh.
I've listened to like 2 songs. Man,
Afrikaans man listening to Cardi B. Talk about democracy, guys.
Bodak Yellow on
African
the
beat.
puts it on at least a 7.
this is 6, but
It's like at the same time, like I agree, like I hate her.
Yo.
Yes,
No, the thing is, okay, what else, Jordy? It's like saying, like you're saying that she sounds like sweat when she. I genuinely,
For
okay,
real, just
she
sounds like she needs
she's
to
still with, at the same time she still gets it done, bro. She's created something that's good. That's like they can be,
But if you hate her, why are you saying she still gets it done?
dude. Like
She
I
gets
can,
it done for people that aren't people that hate it.
Balls, be a rapper.
And that's like the majority of the populace. Populace, boys.
Big words.
Populace.
Big man.
Cam is gonna keep our views popular.
So, Cam,
Well, I'll give her a 6 for my hatred, dude.
Also, You not rate
She's
the
still got it done, dude, but I do not like her. Okay? I do not like her.
That's fair.
How do you hate her? She's like the happiest person on the planet.
Follow her on the gram. She'll make you laugh. You have to laugh.
album. Nah, she's very funny. If she became an actor, I'd watch it.
Yeah, she's
Yeah, I mean, like at the end of it, I still salute her for what she's doing. No, because now I'm starting to think like, damn, maybe I pushed it a bit too hard.
I hate her, but I respect what she's doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is fair.
No, I think you're allowed to. Like,
Yeah.
I cannot pattern her music in any way, shape, or form. But she's done something that other people literally have just not done, and you can't take that away. That's just mad props to her. That's good.
Yeah, like I said. I'm sorry.
Like, I have a question. Like, what do you guys think about people comparing Cardi to Nicki Minaj?
I think
people
No,
say
surely
that-
that's valid.
No, I think it's just because she's a female rapper, and Nicki's been
No, but-
comfortably one of the.
But like, check, they basically are the same. Okay, she's like the Lil Wayne of Lil Wayne's time.
Who's Nicki Minaj?
Nicki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Cardi is like Drake right now, let me say that.
Okay, but
Whatever she releases is going to be a bang.
I still think like Nicki's in terms of like female rappers, like if you could say, I think I don't know, because of how she's been. You'd say she's been around for quite a while. Then.
Nicki.
I mean, yeah, Nicki.
It's not
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
It's forever.
So like,
she's been for
so
a
like,
long time.
would
Yeah.
you say she would like set the standards as to what like if you
The
have?
thing is, at
female
the end of the
rappers
day,
competing?
everyone is going to compare whoever comes after Cardi to Nicki. Because like Nicki, she
No
came
one
after-
blew up like Nicki, even like female rappers like Missy Elliott and stuff like that, like whatever.
Yeah.
They were legendary, but Nicki Minaj is like the peak of mainstream media. She was just
She's a
there, and
superstar,
she's
yeah.
ridden that for her entire like
She's a superstar.
superstardom or whatever.
Yeah.
But like also check on Motorsport,
Mm.
whose bars were better. I felt like Cardi B rocked the beat way more than Nicki did.
I think
Really?
Nicki's bars were better, but
Yeah.
Cardi, for the
Rocked the
context
beat.
of that song,
Yeah.
like Nicki was trying to be a bit too woke there.
Yeah, she's like trying to get up in your face.
Yeah,
she's trying to
make
get you thinking.
Yeah, I
But-
think yeah.
That's
Cardi,
why
for
there's
that
a
track,
message. Do all albums, as of now, have to have like a work status? Why are so many artists trying to get this woke thing instead of trying to like shift or push like a positive message over like, yo, the world is like this crazy thing, and
No,
they're trying to
because-
be like a philosopher without a degree.
No, because this woke thing is a big thing right
It's a
now.
trend.
Like it's a very big thing where, you know, if I try act woke on my album, all the people who are woke will want to listen to me.
Yeah, it's like it's a money.
It's one of those things. Because everyone wants to be woke because it's a cool thing right now.
Yeah, like it's a money grab. Because
It's cringe
Kendrick
to an
Lamar,
extent.
I remember with To Pimp a Butterfly, like it was critically acclaimed, but like a lot of people didn't want to like it, and then now it's a very in thing to be that woke.
Yeah, but that's
for
like
money
I feel
grab.
that's a different level of work. Because
Yeah.
that's not just like, oh, bruh, Amira's real work. That's like
Yeah.
black consciousness type of like movement work. That's not just like, ha, I had this deep thought when I was high last week. That's different in my opinion.
Yeah.
So your question is?
Well, just like why? Well, Jabs answered it basically.
Yeah.
Jabs answered it because he said that it's a fad basically. Like in my opinion, same thing like trap beats. It's
Yeah.
not like hip hop's not gonna be
Trap
as
beat.
trap intensive now as like forever.
Sure. Yeah, so I kind of agree. Like I said, I respect her come up in this game, where she's come from,
100%.
and I have mad respect for the fact that she was Grammy nominated. I rooted for her. I knew she wasn't going to win, but I rooted for her because I thought this would be like the best story ever. So I'd give it a 7 because it does the job. It's a club album. She owned it. I think
It's
she
a
did
pop
well.
album.
It's a pop album. She did well. Well, hip hop pop. I don't know if that's the new genre. But anyway, moving on to the man,
The king,
Jermaine
the greatest of all time.
Lamar.
Okay, I don't think greatest of all time.
Let me
I
start off.
mean,
Let me start off with my-
exaggeration,
Yeah.
but
Let me
not
start
to
off-
hype the man for a bit.
Let me start off with this point because this has been on my mind since I've listened to this album. So I listened to this album clean 3 times in a row, straight up, and I loved it probably from the beginning. Compared to the last album, it took me a while to like For Your Eyes Only. Like I had to really, like first of all listen to the actual lyrics. I watched the documentary, which gave me a whole new respect for the album. Now I love the album. So starting from this album, like I liked it pretty much from the get-go. But then when I finished it, I was proper frustrated with Cole because I was like, and I think we mentioned it was like, if Cole wanted to, he could comfortably go and challenge Kendrick for the title as the best rapper right now. As fans will say he's the best. As fans will say he's the best because we know how good he is as a rapper. But now I just don't think he doesn't really care about being the best. He cares more about having a message, which is fine because the music is still great. But honestly, I think what really frustrates me is that like Damn was Kendrick showing that he could out Drake,
Yeah.
right?
100%.
And he did it properly. He outsold Drake. He proved that he was better making more like commercial radio centric songs that were still like super messagey but had more of like a punchy like trap beat or whatever. So Kendrick proved that he could do it, and now Kendrick is the best. That's untouchable now.
Yeah.
But now, and I was kind of hoping that I knew he wasn't going to, but I was kind of hoping that one day Cole's just going to be like, you know what, I'm going to just prove that I'm the best. I mean, you make these commercial tracks, and then I'm still going to rip it with the mic. And
He's got so much potential, but he just falls short every single time, in my opinion.
So I love this album,
The thing,
but it frustrates me.
with Cole, I don't think he he knows himself. Like he knows whether he can be a Kendrick, he can be a Drake if he wanted to. He has the ability, no doubt.
Yeah.
But he just sticks to rap. He sticks to what got him into the game, 100%. Like he speaks his mind. He like with his album release, he didn't make a big hoo-ha like 6 months ahead. Like, yeah, guys, I'm dropping on this date.
It was 4 days
He
notice.
literally
bro.
chilled like on Friday, guys, I'm dropping.
No, I love when rappers do that, man.
Like literally 100%. He didn't advertise anything. Just said Friday, I'm dropping. That's it.
So his social media is quiet.
100%.
Yeah, bro, man, like a whole year, and then 4 days,
I'm dropping today, guys.
398,000
Yeah.
copies first week.
That's the thing, I feel like when you're at a certain amount of fame, that's almost better than saying, like, I'm releasing my album in 2 months.
Yeah.
Because then people are like, they're pumped, and the hype doesn't die down, because they're like, immediately just, there's a wave, you're on top of that wave, you catch the album when you're on top of that wave, and then like, I don't know, like I feel like if you say, you know, I'm releasing this album in 3 months, by that time,
No, but literally,
you gotta hype it up like 3 or 4 times in that space, just
Yeah.
to keep people interested.
But Cole has a massive fan base.
Yeah, he has
His
a
fan base
and
is
it's like a cult fan
yeah,
base.
it's a cult fan base. It's like almost like, and it's like the way I feel about Andre 3000. Like I think Andre 3000 is the best rapper of all time. I know he's not,
Understandable.
but I
Damn
think he's the
that
best. Yeah. Or it's like Outkast fans who like are
Yeah,
high
Outkast,
Outkast.
like, they're
It's almost
legendary.
like that. But I'm a huge Cole fan, but like I'm not like he's not the messiah to me. Like I'm probably a more Kendrick fan, but I love J. Cole. But
I used to be more of a Kendrick fan. Damn, Kendrick. I was like,
you didn't like them, man.
yeah, I was like, I don't like
Why?
what he's doing. As Linda said, like, he out Drake.
Oh,
So I'm
You,
like,
you got offended.
I was just like, okay, Kendrick, I don't dig it. Like, you're still good. You killed it.
Yeah.
Like, you made mainstream music, but you murdered it. And Cole just sticks to rap.
Yeah.
Like, he sticks to the streets. Like, that's good. Like, I dig that. Like, if I listen to you and I know you're a street rapper, and you keep being a street rapper until the end of your career, please do that.
Yeah.
Don't be chopping and changing, going to whatever you want. Like Kendrick, what he did there was showing people I am the best rapper. He is a great rapper. I hope his next album is more street again.
You know.
I don't like where he's going right now.
Because the thing is, like, there was at a time, because like even you like talking about either a street rap or you just like commercial, like just going out about things. I think when they portray a message through their rap, like I don't know. So for instance, like you have Kendrick, Compton, right? He's coming from that kind of background, and at the time his songs were talking about how his life was like then, and it was like hardcore stuff. So like that's what made you connect to him. And also J. Cole as well. Like he would also like.
But then, like J. Cole,
Like-
if you listen to his albums, there's always like a centered message around the album.
Yeah.
Like I think the last one was about his boy who died or something like that.
Yeah, but then the argument is, objectively, how well can he achieve pushing that message? Because, like, as fans adore him,
Yeah.
but like, it's not a very unpopular opinion to say like the dude could be the best of all time, but then every time he tries to push his message, it's always just like, just beneath it.
yeah. I think also artists, they change their like way they do their music. It's like Kendrick Lamar, he had To Pimp a Butterfly, was very jazzy, and then he did like a more mainstream. Some people argue that J. Cole, he sticks to the same formula and it's kind of boring. That's not my opinion because I'm biased.
Now the criticism is that he's too involved in his own creative process. I think that doesn't make sense. Like he makes his own beats, he produces his own songs.
Or like Russ.
That could be a
Co-directs
flaw.
his own music videos. Yeah, that's the criticism.
yeah.
it's
Or like Russ.
It's
Yeah,
too
and Russ's music is so
one-dimensional,
freaking boring. Oh goodness.
Russ is trash.
Cole could benefit from like bringing an R&B singer on to do a hook.
Yeah.
But hey, no one's ready for features.
What do you feel
He
about?
said that.
He featured himself.
What do you feel about him
Explicitly.
featuring himself? Kill it.
Dude, it's fire.
Nah, guys. Also, shout out to Little Pump. Man bought a house after he got roasted.
Really?
He did. He bought a $4 million house. After his advice track.
I'm 100%. Dude, that was a good diss track, I must say.
Yeah.
One of the best diss tracks I've ever heard.
They said it's like a TikTok.
Yeah.
When you tune on the track, just listen to my message to you.
It's a very nice distract.
Yeah.
Literally, it was
It's
so
soft.
nice.
It's nice,
Yeah.
bro.
It's like a conversation.
It's like having a talk with your dad. It's like, it's like you did wrong, but hear me tell you what you did wrong. Panashe, what do you think, bro? I'm excited to hear what you think.
I honestly love the album. Like, I have it on repeat. I'm a fan of the message. I feel like at times it wasn't portrayed the way it should have been. That's my criticism, in that he has too much in his own creative process. Don't medicate, meditate.
Yeah.
I'm like, I understand what you're saying, but it just sounds so corny.
Yeah. It sounds so corny.
Don't medicate.
I think he's trying to be too woke, or what?
I think he's just being him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
himself.
That's the thing, and that's what I like about it. And also, I like that he's selling as much as other artists who spend so much money on promo and make radio songs.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Definitely
Also,
should tell us something about.
on my Instagram, white girls I went to school with vibing to KOD. It blew my mind. I didn't understand. Like, bro, Michelle Rutter vibing to
I like the sense of
KOD.
it.
Yeah, that's surprising. Right, my gosh.
I mean, it's not a roast. Shout out to Michelle. But I just didn't expect that.
Yeah, like I said, it just frustrates me because I feel like he could just go for the crown for this. But I love this album. I think it's really good. But I'm scared. This is my biggest fear with this album, is that I'm gonna end up just forgetting about it like I did the past two albums. Like, I'll listen to it for that.
Forest Hill Drive.
Forest Hill
I'll
Drive
never
is
forget
Everlong.
that. I'll never forget that.
That is as perfect as the album could get. That's probably it. Like, no features, the production, the rap, everything.
Everything was amazing about that album.
But like, For Your Eyes Only, like I said, I forgot about it for a while. Then I watched the
I forgot
documentary.
about it.
I watched the documentary and then I was back into it. That documentary came out like maybe 3 or 4 months after the album. Because the album came out in December, I think. Like in December or whatever. So this album, I'm just scared that I'm gonna end up just forgetting about it just because the hype
But like,
is carrying it right now.
I
But the
don't
songs
know-
are amazing.
I don't know if it's just me, but I think this is going to be his most commercial album.
I just think it's because his fan base is so loyal, they'll buy his stuff. Even
Yeah,
though-
but I'm saying, like, I feel like this, like his next album is going to get more commercial.
After this.
Yeah. Because like the sound of it, I was like, this guy's doing commercial 100%.
I think he was like trying to kind of be with the trend, but then still put his twist to it. Because like ATM is quite a bounce.
Like he had a couple of tracks where you're like, okay, bro, this is not you, but
It was like that XXX and touch on flow.
Speaking of X dissed him in his double X freestyle. Yeah.
Right,
Really?
that's another,
Yeah, he did.
that's another story, man. Also another man.
Yeah.
Guys, designer's back.
Oh, I saw
he's
that.
back, yeah.
I saw that. I completely forgot about him. I won't lie to you. How was he? It was his birthday yesterday. I saw it. The people were
He's
tweeting.
not 20,
He's 20, yeah.
When I talk about commercial, that's the man.
He looks like he's 35.
That's so young. Does not look it at all.
He got way too much flack, I think.
Dude, he sounds exactly like
coming
Keisha.
out with Panda.
He sounds
Probably
exactly
was the
like
worst
Keisha.
thing for his career.
Yeah, that's you literally cannot peak high.
Yeah.
You cannot peak
That song
high.
was huge.
That guy
His song was huge.
It was
It's like-
17, bro.
Literally, it's like bigger than some like mainstream idols. Their biggest hits. He
Yeah.
peaked higher than that for the first time. Where do you go from there?
The funny
thing
thing is, Future has never had a #1 hit, and then Panda came out, it was a #1 hit.
Yeah. But everyone thought it was Future.
But like literally what he did is like, he's like, okay, I'm gonna come in as a commercial rapper. Peaked, hit the scene and went straight underground.
Yeah.
You're sure he's an
Bounced
underground
off the
rapper
roof.
right now, dude.
But he did the right thing. Now he's gonna get royalties for the rest of his life. He's
Yeah.
doing well.
Yeah,
Literally
that's,
drop that track anyway. Everyone was just like,
That song is still hot. That song is still hot, guys. That song is still
I
hot.
blame good music for that.
Yeah.
That is Kanye's
Because
fault.
you're supposed to take full control of the man's career. At that point, give him every hit that your whole record
Yeah.
label is coming up with.
the entire library. Just
All of
give it
you.
to him. Give it to
All
him.
those beats you had for Big Sean, no, they're not his anymore.
Give it to this guy. But I mean, speaking of good music, the man who started it, Mr.
He's going wild.
Mr. Ye, Kanye.
KK Kanye West.
I want to
KK
bring up
Kanye
something
West.
later
Yeah.
that we will talk about.
Sure.
I'm just gonna write it down.
So
Write it down.
let me just say this. Huge Kanye fan. I kind of grew up with the man. College Dropout was one of my favorite albums. Late Registration is my favorite Kanye album. Late Registration is my favorite. Yeah, bro, Chicago, bro, Shy Town. You know, we went to the same school, everything. Late Registration is my favorite album. I love it. I'm that guy. I want the old Kanye back. Whatever, that's me. And when he came back on Twitter, I was like, okay, he's saying some real stuff here, some dope stuff. And then he hit us with that interview.
That was the most horrible thing.
The TMZ one where, and I quote,
TMZ one was chaos.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that whole 12 minutes of my life.
I can say one of the best things I've seen on the, it's one of the best things I've seen.
liposuction because of y'all.
Yeah. I wanted to look good for y'all. I mean, he was like addicted to pills and stuff. Like, I mean, it was real. I mean, I'm not.
Didn't want y'all to call me fat like you did right.
Like, I mean, he was admitting he was being vulnerable and stuff, which is, you know, it's cool. I mean, shout out to America's medical system that just put you under pills
The
whenever you're.
opioid crisis.
The opioid crisis, just proof right there. That's a whole. I was about to say they just want to keep black people down, but that's a whole other issue.
Oh my gosh.
You know, slavery is a choice.
Yeah, it was a choice for white people. White people didn't have to do it. Straight up.
Yeah.
So when he said that, okay, let me say this, just to give him the benefit of the doubt, because I'm going to be critical in both ways. I know what he meant, because he was obviously saying for modern day society, black people, we in a sense, it's a mindset, we oppress ourselves. That is a choice. That I fully agree with. Is it just a result of the situation you're in? You feel like you're not going to make it out? Yes, absolutely. So there's two sides to the coin. But that's not what he said. I'm being critical of the things that he said. What he said was slavery was a choice. Now I know what he meant, but that's not what I'm
And he's
judging.
also well spoken,
Yeah.
and he always says his exact mind.
Yeah.
So I feel like if he was to say something else, he wouldn't say something that could easily be misinterpreted. Because everything he says is always so like cut and dry.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I'm not being critical of the things that he meant, because I'm not going to give him the benefit of the doubt on that. I'm being critical for what he said. And obviously we saw what that TMZ reporter said, and I think he basically spoke for all black people at that very
That
moment.
guy literally bodied. You saw Kanye's face.
his
You
face.
saw like he's like, okay, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't think what I said.
I don't think Kanye realized until then how bad
Yeah.
he's impacted the black people, because he's still like a god with black people. Like, doesn't matter like how white he's become or whatever.
He's not a god to me.
Yeah. I think at that moment he realized that like the things he's saying like are properly affecting people. Like, it's probably not gonna mean anything. He's still gonna go off the rails eventually. But just from my perspective, like, I always kind of thought it was him just trolling the whole world, saying all this stuff like Hillary and Trump and all this kind of stuff. I thought it was just him publicizing his whole album and just trying to be in the media, because Drake is way more popular than him. Kendrick doesn't do anything and he's way more popular. Jay-Z is Jay-Z, so he's always going to be more popular. So I always thought it was him just trying to be relevant. But then when he said this, I felt like, okay, this man has probably changed. I don't think he is.
He's genuine. I personally think he's genuine about mental problems.
I don't think that's even like a controversial thing to say. I feel like so many celebrities easily can fall into like
He admitted though in his
something.
interview
Yeah.
he's supposed to be taking like 9 pills a day, and he takes
Charlamagne,
them every 2 weeks or so.
The Charlamagne, he was like self-prescribing or something.
Yeah.
He was completely off his schedule.
Like,
Yeah.
Jane, that guy needs to fix himself.
Nah.
Did you guys watch that Charlamagne interview? That was one of the best interviews I've seen in a long time.
You know what interview helped me understand? T.I. did one on the Breakfast Club, and T.I. hung out with Kanye for like 4 hours and they spoke, and then they made a song. And T.I. just said a couple of things he got out of that conversation was that Kanye is dead serious about running for presidency.
That's hectic because you'll probably do pretty well, which is stupid.
They get a lot of it.
Also, Kanye is disconnected from the world, and that he only started watching CNN like a couple of weeks ago. He didn't know about Trump's travel bans. He doesn't know anything about the policies.
How?
So he's properly removed from society.
How?
And like you
First of all,
say
CNN's
how
not the pinnacle of
it isn't.
like,
but
truthful reporting, but still truthful
'Cause
journalism. But nonetheless,
I assume all this time he was off Twitter, off social media, it's because he didn't have a phone. And there was a time when Kanye moved with no phones.
Yeah.
And
For real?
Yeah. So
how
when
do you manage?
the Kardashians are locking you in because they know you're not stable.
Yeah,
and
that's crazy.
you are also unwell because you are addicted to opioids. It makes sense how you'd be disconnected from the world that much.
That's hectic.
But
That's
also, yeah, like-
deep. That's deep.
I get that, but why would you come out and just start saying things when you don't know what's going on in
Bro, it's just rough.
That's why I've been-
about that, dude. Like, it's just
yeah.
horrible. Because you can't. Because obviously, like, as you were saying, like, it just took a news reporter to make him feel like he's really messed up. Because throughout the years of him, like, saying things, I mean, I know it's, like, there was a point where he was not, like, anywhere outside in, like, social media world or anything like that. But, like, I think, like, he had celebrities telling him, why are you saying these things? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And then all of a sudden, he has this interview, this TNT interview. And that guy spoke his mind, and now he's like, now he's really regretting what he said for like the first time. And he got shut down completely because of this guy.
It's not even like a credible source, TMZ.
Yeah. It's just all because it's live.
Yeah.
Right? It's like it's there.
I was surprised to see that he was in the TMZ studio first of all, because they obviously like
That was
are on the
quite
they're obviously on the streets like trying to catch these guys going to like certain
He's
places.
just like
and
shouting
stuff like
across the
that.
studio. Just these two guys like, whoa, going crazy.
But I genuinely, when I saw the beginning of the video, I'm like, Kanye's gonna beat up this black guy. I genuinely thought, I'm
The way he
Kanye-
walked up
I was
like
I was
that,
like,
dude.
Kanye's gonna lose it, just hit him.
I love how in that interview, whenever they're like facing Kanye, they get like straight faces, they're nodding, they're like trying to keep it going. As soon as Kanye stands and he starts shouting at the newsroom, both their faces go dead. They're just like, what is going on?
Even when he said the slavery thing, I'm pretty sure I saw like one of them like look at the camera.
That
like,
white guy
yeah.
was like, did he really just say that?
You see the white guys would be uncomfortable. He was just like,
I'm pretty sure they just wanted to open up their wallets and count how much cash they're about to make off this.
Oh yeah. Gang.
They gotta
Too
get a
much
lot of
money.
publicity.
That was a very big surprise that he was actually at the TMZ like recording studio, dude.
Are we even excited for new Kanye music?
no.
No.
Okay, wait. Can I say something?
What was
Can
just
I say
released
something?
now with Travis Scott?
No, that's Travis Scott.
No, I'm saying it was there.
Huh?
No, I'm saying it was Travis Scott, Kanye, and Uzi.
Also, the first song Kanye played for T.I. when they had their little meeting was that Scoop De Whoop song.
That's horrible.
And what did Tia
That
say?
T.I. was like, you can't be serious.
Was he
Nobody
serious?
must.
It's probably not a troll.
So
That's
he
not
probably
true.
released it as
Yeah.
But that's the thing. He came like for years. Everyone was saying like, "Oh, Kanye fans." He could release like 3 minutes of silence and just like all rubbish, and people would be like, "The genius." And then he went out and did it. And I'm telling you, there's at least 5 people on this planet that are like, Kanye is a
5.
god.
But it's like 10,000
Yeah.
people be like, he's the best rapper alive.
Frank Ocean could probably release silent.
No,
Get a
yeah.
Grammy.
Oh, yeah.
You get a Grammy.
Get a Grammy nomination.
White noise, different frequencies.
I'm Kendrick, just someone just shouting like this quiet. People will be like, that was genius. That was genius.
Yeah, wait. Let me say something. So, if cause you put on your Instagram the other day, Linda, that you said I'm deleting all my Kanye music,
I was probably mad about that song. I was really mad about it.
and then I was talking to Timmy the other day about Sabrina Claudio. She was
Oh, the racist, yeah.
about the racist thing
Damn.
to that Latina chick, and Timmy was like, "I'm not gonna listen to your music anymore." I don't know if you still feel that way, but at the time, that's what you said to me. You're like, might have to cut off listening to your music. So, do you think, like, because I personally, I don't care how bad someone is. Like, if I listen to their music, doesn't mean I subscribe to what they listen, like to what they believe.
What they believe, yeah.
Because if that happened, then that means if you listen to like Takeshi 6ix9ine, we're all pedophiles. That's just how it is. It doesn't work like that.
If you listen to R. Kelly,
Yeah, if you start killing you.
like fucking cults, bro.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts? Do you think?
That's a deep double standard.
That's a good one, actually.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it doesn't mean just because you don't agree. If you don't agree and you say, okay, then I don't want to listen to it because I don't agree. I don't want that in my mind. Then yeah, that's
It's
fine.
literally, I think every artist I listen to, I like them for their music only.
Because surely there's not a single rapper out there that doesn't have some form of like proper
all of them are
dodge
crazy.
violent crime behind
Nas
their
was
backs.
beating on his girl.
Who?
Nas.
Yeah, Nas. Ish. That must be hectic for people who've been living through their lives with Nas music.
Yeah.
Ish.
But even like I'm like the biggest Jay-Z fan in the world, and I'm not surprised that he was like a bit unfaithful. But I mean, I still listen to Jay-Z.
Yeah, exactly. Just 'cause,
that
like-
happened, yeah.
Just because you listen to Jay-Z doesn't mean you cheated on Beyonce.
Yeah.
It's
I do.
Beyonce, I'm sorry. Okay?
And also, even if Kendrick had to come and say,
Oh,
I made it song,
no.
I don't care.
yeah, I'd still be like,
I'm pretty sure Kendrick has said he meant to do something. He did.
I don't know if he meant it in like, I don't know if he meant it in on Black with the Berry. So that's a great song.
That's a great song.
That's hate, yeah.
So he was like saying,
Song.
like, how can I be critical of other people when I've killed a guy blacker than me?
Oh, that's how he ends the
I
last.
That's how he ends the last. I don't know if he
I think
meant
he was
that
talking
was
from like a black consciousness perspective.
I hope so.
Surely.
In Good Kid, Mad City, I'm pretty sure Kendrick says he has a body.
No, let me Google this.
I'm telling you now, I've listened to that album through and through so many times.
I've never listened to a
Snoop
long.
Dogg,
I'm sure.
Snoop Dogg, he went to jail for murder. I'm pretty sure.
What?
Oh, he was convicted of
He
murder.
was.
Yeah.
He almost.
I don't know. I don't know if they proved it, but he was
100%,
convicted of
I
murder.
know for a fact that Dr. Dre has killed someone.
I'm,
I'm
I feel like, dude, but I feel like he could literally kill more people and he wouldn't get in trouble because he's
The
just
only
Dre.
thing,
yeah.
the only thing he went to jail for was that speeding.
But the thing is,
Compton.
dude, literally,
Meek Mill
have you
has
guys
killed
watched
someone.
the...
Meek Mill has
Oh, he did. He was beating his wife as well.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre.
Oh yeah, with the one of the chicks. That
Have you guys watched the...
Sherlock Holmes.
Nah, like the documentary with him and...
about that girl, right? That
Nah,
was
nah,
like in
The Eminem one.
Nah, it's Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine.
Oh, to find
yeah,
one.
to find one,
To find one.
Yeah.
Literally, every time I ask him about killing, he's like, I'm not going to talk about that.
Really?
Yeah, he's literally like when they say, like he speaks about like stuff that happened in the studio.
With Death Row.
And then they ask him, he's like, I'm not going to talk about that. Because literally, homeboy knows that like bodies have dropped when he's been there. Surely he's killed someone.
Dude, that Death Row, like that whole entire like group, brother, they were very lethal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I mean, as I was saying, like those guys are part of that Death Row group. Like they lethal bunch of guys, dude. And obviously there were a lot of killings. that
Suge Knight has killed someone. For
Suge
sure.
Knight, yeah.
For sure.
He's still in jail for it now.
Is he still in jail?
He's still
Oh,
in
I
jail
thought
for
he-
it now.
Oh, I thought he had died out.
Literally, in that whole Define One series, like he literally had to do his interviews over the phone from prison.
Oh, damn. Damn.
Dude, it's mad because like
Did he get Tupac killed?
I
I didn't say that.
dude, he was like giving the people like he might have had something to do with Mr. Eazy-E's death though.
No,
But how? He died of HIV.
Yeah, I know, but like there was like a thing like
Well, like so
You were saying-
like in at 9 and injected him with HIV.
Hey, bro.
Nah.
you don't know, dude. Like 'cause
That's rough.
in one of like Suge's interviews, like in the past, he like gave a little hint or like a claim, like he's like, hey, you never know when a man has an injection, and he can work wonderful things.
What the heck?
That's deep.
Yeah, I do think he had something to do
It's
with Tupac.
violently illegal.
But still,
But he was in the car with him. He was in the car with him when he
yeah,
got shot.
true, but
up
if
there.
they take so many shots at the car and one bullet doesn't hit you, I mean, nobody gets shot.
Yeah, but that's
But
mad.
what he said,
5
because
bullets and a
I think it came out like last year, the year before. What Suge Knight said was that his ex-wife was trying to get him killed, and then ended up killing Tupac. But then there were other reports that said that it was a hit on Tupac, and then they missed and they hit him also, but then they did hit. I don't know, big old conspiracy. I don't know. Yeah,
Bro, that is
Tupac's still
crazy.
alive.
Tupac's still alive.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, he's in Brazil right now.
He's in Cuba, bro.
Cuba.
I don't think I can just stop listening to someone just because of what they've done.
Yeah, back to what he said.
I mean, instead of streaming Kanye's new album, I'm gonna torrent it. That way I'm not providing to his bank.
Yeah, when Jordan asked, when I told Jordan I'm not gonna listen to Sabrina's music, I said that because I've never listened to her music. so that week or these last 2 weeks, I was like, let me actually see why people are so sad about Sabrina.
She's so smooth.
Then I heard Everlasting Loud. That is one of the best tracks I've ever heard in my life. I'm like, I forgive you.
I cannot remove Sabrina from my life. It's not even a talent. I have a physical crush on her. I cannot
100%. She's so
She's very good.
And that track belonged to me. What does it belong to?
belong to you,
Yeah,
bro.
Frozen.
Sabrina Cardio, R&B
Frozen
chick.
is a dope song.
You know who's also
She's a racist,
basically
apparently.
like a
Yeah.
Sabrina,
Also,
Ravina.
Ravina.
Have you heard Ravina?
Nah,
Yeah.
Sabrina Ravina. She's basically Sabrina, but it's like
it's not racist.
she's not racist.
Not
man.
racist.
She's so good. She's also
What did she
she's
say?
so
She
good.
said something about black people. About
She called the Latinos some like hella racist
She had
slur.
a Twitter
I'm a-
account dedicated to racial abuse
Damn.
to minorities.
And then she goes out and
That time she's-
She's a minority.
She's not a minority. Oh, is she white? What is she?
No, she's
I feel
Sabrina
like-
Claudio.
I feel like she's mixed race. I feel like
She's Latino,
definitely
Latino.
white.
She's
and
putting a
Latino.
logic on this. Like, going when it's comfortable.
I don't-
choose your white side.
I've never seen a white person sing that smooth. So she must be black in some way, shape, or form.
Dude, the music's amazing. I'll never lie to you. But it just shows the double standard that we have. Like, people are bodying her on Twitter and Instagram, but Tekashi
6'9".
Yeah.
was dating a 14-year-old. And we were like, yeah, it's cool.
How old is he?
He's like 24, 20.
Oh, he had sex with someone that's underage.
Nah, I think, look, for real, I think the real story is that he didn't do too much. He was like caught in the same room.
Was it 6'9"?
Yeah, 6'9". He was caught in the same room.
6'9".
No. He knows him personally. 6'9". No, but he was caught in the same room. Nonetheless, he's still there.
Yeah.
But like, he tried to turn himself in because he heard like from people that the police were searching for him. And he went to the police station like over 4 times saying, I'm here. I swear you guys are looking for me. Like, I keep being told you guys are looking for me. And every time they said no. And then eventually when they did try and get him.
It was a trap.
Yeah, and then eventually when they did arrest him, they like bust down his door and like handcuffed him and he's like, what are you guys doing? Like, I came to you multiple times. So I mean, he tried to be as honest as possible, but I still think, still a pedophile at the end of the
Also,
story.
We can talk about police in the next episode.
also like Chris Brown.
Yeah.
He beat Rihanna.
Beat Karushi. But I don't know if he
People
beat her.
forget.
I don't know if he beat her.
Karushi.
Well, they like had...
Timmy, whoa.
I remember, like,
Whoa,
he-
Timmy's realization.
Oh, no, he didn't like physically beat her, but he like threatened her, like
Yeah.
he like threw stuff at the wall, like where she was, like threw stuff at her. So he never physically hit her or anything.
And
No one's
and people
perfect.
forgave him.
No one's perfect.
Yeah, no one's perfect. And she had that account when she was like 14
At least I
apparently.
don't beat women.
Yeah. At least I-
Still listen to my own music if I did, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
But
I will
won't lie-
not.
I won't lie. I am extremely, since the whole H&M thing, I don't buy from H&M anymore.
Really?
I don't. I've never had
Why?
Anti-HIM gang.
H&M can screw
Dude,
H&M,
how,
bro.
I just,
That's like, you're limiting yourself in such an already fashion limited country.
Screw H&M, bro.
Oh my god.
honestly, I'm not gonna get into that because I think.
I'm gonna call the monkey when I walk in.
I'm actually not gonna say that.
No, Jobs, you can't leave with this, please.
Now, I was literally gonna say one of the most racist black guy I've met, bro.
Maybe we should end the podcast now.
Huh? No, I was gonna be racist on black people.
Say something.
No.
Say something controversial.
No,
No, literally, I don't get the fuss about that.
Get our views up.
Dude, like my mom called me a monkey when I was a kid.
Yeah, bro.
So while people saying my mom should be in jail right now.
There is no hype. It's just a very racially sensitive time.
No, but people are being stupid, bro.
But
Come on.
they
No, like
Come
the
on.
thing is as well, I remember like in school, yeah, we like anything that you can see in an advert can immediately be turned racist very quickly.
Dude, did you not see
No,
the
but-
girl that
At
was
the same
roasted?
time, there was another advert. It was for Dove soap, right?
No, that was racist.
No,
Sorry, that was
no,
racist.
so what happened is that these women
Screwed
are
up.
like changing into different colors, and eventually there was one thing. So this white woman, and she lifts up her shirt, changes into a black.
No, black woman changed to white and she's clean now.
Wash it, and then she becomes
Oh,
white.
yeah,
That-
That's like that Chinese advert where
They put the men in the washing
black guy in
machine.
the washing machine comes
It
out
comes
Asian,
out
white,
Asian, bro.
clean.
Yes.
Yes,
Nah,
it's
but-
racist.
No, but the word monkey, it was they compared black people to monkeys to create racism. That's why people get angry.
No, dude, people literally made that thing racist when it was never
They
racist.
did.
No, it
They
was
literally
a
made
racist
it
thing.
racist.
No, it's not racist now, but
But
it
people,
was a racist thing.
but people literally went out of their way
I feel like
Yes, they did.
to make it a racist.
But that, okay, like that's what I
I
don't
get that.
understand. So like, we're in South Africa. No one in South Africa, at least in H&M, essentially has a great connection to like Sweden, where
Yeah.
H&M is like located.
Yeah, sure.
Whatever we do basically doesn't affect them. It's like it happened in Sweden where
Dude.
there's like 25 people in general.
Yeah,
but you know-
So then like you buying from them is not gonna help them at all. It's a corporate. You're like 200 rand is.
Yeah, like even if
It's
they
gonna
had
do
to
so
close
little.
down South Africa, it wouldn't make a difference. But
No,
my
right.
thing is, H&M is a huge company.
Yeah.
And they spend millions on R&D.
And yeah.
How
and
did they
millions
not
on
see this?
salaries?
And it's not the first time, because after this, they said that they're not going to support like street artists anymore, when they've blatantly been ripping off street artists. That's why I don't have respect for H&M, because they are...
It's
they're
fast
like,
fashion. They are
they're
trash.
like, they're
It's
fast
just how it
fashion,
is.
they're like EA Games.
Yeah, yeah.
The worst company.
That's true. It's
on the
like the
face of
games
this
for fast
planet.
fashion.
But like it's, and they've done this before. They have more than one like racist thing. And I'm like, you spend millions on research and development. How do you keep letting this happen?
Why would a Swede be racist? I just don't
That's the thing.
understand.
It's
I'm not
not
blaming.
racist.
I'm saying like why? Because they do spend millions on their marketing. Someone would be like,
Well, all I'm
you know,
saying, you
racially
guys
sensitive.
understand from a marketing point of view.
But it has to
How
be.
much
because-
hype was around them, like after that whole monkey thing?
But it wasn't.
Stocks dropped.
No,
heavy, bro.
It doesn't matter, but
publicity,
there's still-
bad publicity.
I mean,
But
yes,
still,
publicity is good in
Yeah.
a sense, but I mean, like just from a marketing perspective, they failed.
they did lose artists.
Yeah, they lost artists. No publicity is
The
bad,
Weeknd.
but still, I feel like it could have gotten better for him after that.
Even Jeezy, bro.
Yeah.
He lost
Even
the white
young
guy.
Gerald.
I don't care
He lost
what
the white
you
guy,
do.
bro. They don't
As
care
young
about the
Gerald's in
business.
prison.
Yeah, cocaine possession. That guy's
And he
living
beat
a rough
bouncer.
life.
Who beat up bouncer?
He punched the bouncer in the face. Jeezy.
Then they found.
That's why they got. That's why he got arrested.
A
and then
small
they
guy like
found
that, he don't bounce.
coke.
He's not
Not
small. That
small,
guy's like
bro.
10 feet tall.
It's quite big. Eh?
Nah, like
It's
it's
6'6".
But
I mean, he's lanky.
He's lanky, but
But
he's skinny.
he-
I'm a big black bouncer, my
He
guy.
hits a bouncer, and
Bro,
nah,
bouncers a child.
where's he? Where's he?
You must come here now.
Bounce probably just didn't want to get sued.
Yeah.
He was just like, if I smack him, I'm gonna lose.
Either way, I'm just glad the man is not happy in his life.
Bro,
It's nice to get some verification because he's always on about the coke.
Nah, but the bad money when he comes out of jail, he's gonna be a fight. He's gonna release a package album. Jeez.
Robert, is it who's he dating now?
Halsey.
Hey, Halsey.
Yeah.
They do coke together.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
video
I
of
knew
him
she was
sniffing
gonna-
cocaine.
I knew
They
she was
got
gonna
so
say, you can see it. You can
they
see
got
it.
a yacht. And there were photos of them hitting lions, bro.
Bro, that's a rich person's drug.
In him
bro.
and
Like,
I,
you can't do that
Jeezy's
kind
like, we do drugs together. We're like, we know.
of- Well, guys, gonna wrap up. Just for the clickbait, J. Cole sucks.
J. Cole is the worst rapper of all
For
time.
clickbait, yeah.
Yeah, I'll see you guys in the parking lot, man.
At me. At that. I'm so
Well,
nice.
guys, final thoughts. Final thoughts. It's been a good one.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say to Kanye West? Personally, I'll send this to him. Make sure he gets.
To KKK Kanye.
Oop, did you?
KK Kanye.
KKK Kanye.
But yeah, guys.
Get help.
With the odd dealers. Shout out to Josh, special guest.
Shout out to Josh.
Hey.
So yeah, guys, we got the odd dealers. Peace out.
Shout out to Daniel. Hope
Shout
you're
out to
feeling
Daniel,
better.
bro.
Yeah,
Feeling better,
guys,
bro.
That's
Daniel,
3:14.
Yeah, better.
Did he not flew at 3 a.m. in the
Is
morning?
he really sick or is like Amy in town? And he just
He's gotta be in town.
Because at 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Mm.
Anyway, shout out Daniel. You're a bro. Cheers, guys.
After you've gone 3 rounds.